We have to really sort of think about the future that our kids are growing up in, let alone the one we're growing up in. No one really knows what it's going to fully look like in this new kind of technological age and in the age of AI. So I think we have to kind of look back at what it truly means to be human. And if we're going to move into the age of AI and into the age of where everything is integrated with technology, what is it that humans can do that AI can't? And I think some of those are fundamental kind of skills around curiosity, creation, collaborating with each other, learning how to use technology as well, but in order to execute and deliver on their ideas rather than the idea of creation itself. And I think in an age where technology is going to become such a big part of our lives, if it disrupts the jobs market, then the idea of having a job starts to become a little bit uncertain. So I think that one of my beliefs is that everyone should at least understand how to make their own living, and that means learning some entrepreneurial kind of skills. And I also think the arts will play a much bigger part in people's future as well. Human art, human delivered art, and the value of those things are going to go up a lot as we have lots of AI music, AI generated art. People are going to start to value the imperfections and the beauty of what humans can actually create over and above technology-led things. And I think there's got to be a lot of trust and confidence that parents need to be able to think about and anticipate what's happening and how their kids are growing up. At the same time, understanding and being invested in their child's future as well, and really understanding that we're not in the age where one size fits all, and we're in the age where you can have a much more personalised kind of education. And for sure, there's always going to be some kids that are more academically gifted than others. But as Einstein said, if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it's going to grow up thinking it's stupid, right? So we've got all these tools available to us. We kind of can see what's happening in the future. And I think parents want and are able to sort of really personalise and think about the way their kids are growing up, and to really ask the question, I haven't got the answers, but to really ask the question, does my child fit into this mould in the same way that everyone else does? But we've seen their confidence skyrocket, and some of them are really, one girl in particular, really empowered to use her voice in a way that she just wasn't able to before. We've had other children that have come in with not necessarily behavioural issues, but sort of maybe a slight lack of awareness about how to be in certain social situations, and that's really changed, and the way they use language has changed as well. Some of them didn't speak English before, or very little, and some of them have gone from not being able to speak any English, or very little, to actually be able to present in front of their peers. And we found another curriculum called the Da Vinci Life Skills curriculum, which basically meshed over what the framework that we wanted to provide. So, and Da Vinci was what we call a polymath, so the ability to do multiple things, have multiple interests, be able to link them together through some project-based pathway. So we are project-based learning, but one of the key things from our perspective is to be able to complete that project. So the kids know at the start there's a certain expectations that they're going to be to meet through that project. But it's very important that there's a very clear finish point, right? Because so many kids these days, I think, given the fast-paced nature, the Netflix, flicking Spotify, move on to the next songs, there's this kind of ingrained behaviour where nothing ever kind of gets finished, which I think is detrimental to the way people are learning. So with our kids, we're trying as much as possible to make sure that there's a definite completion, but there's also a celebration to what they do at the end as well. So that's the methodology that we do, and each term has its own theme. Last term was food, next term is going to be entrepreneurship focused. And alongside that, they also do their own personal project pathway, which follows a similar kind of journey, but brings from ideation. So it's whatever they want to work on, right? So we ask the question, what do you want to get better at? What do you see in the world as a problem that you want to fix? And those sort of questions. So they form through ideation to collaboration, self-management, strategy, presentation, critical thinking, applying the technique, problem solving, presentation and evaluation. And throughout that is a constant feedback loop where they're asking and looking at these different kind of skills through, like I said, ideation, collaboration, self-management. So there's a process here where we're following these, and they're always having the opportunity to reflect on what went well, what could go better, and what would they do differently next time. And they're doing that within the group context, so there's a constant feedback loop. And when you give that kids those opportunities, that group is so supportive of everyone on their own journey, and it's magic to see. As I mentioned before, there's certain core subjects that we want to make sure the kids are working, and one of those being maths and the other one being language and English skills. So as I already mentioned, they're using those skills constantly through the project pathways. So they're always using English, they're always using maths, usually in the context of the project. So it could be, you know, measuring land for a regenerative garden, it could be calculating material costs for a project they're going to do. And every personal project that they do, they are given a budget. At the start of every term, we give them a budget and some cash in order to bring their creation to life. So they're having to use and work out how much of their budget is left, how they're going to make it work. Are they going to have some left over? They're going to go over budget. So they're constantly using maths in that way in a real environment. You know, and as well as like converting currencies, designing scale models, anything that's got context to the project they're doing. And at the end, as I said, they have to actually create a presentation and to be able to communicate that presentation. So there's always writing skills and grammar skills and in terms of that. Aside from that, we actually use AI, fairly sparingly, but every single day. We use AI tools in maths, English and language in order to meet the children where they're at. So the AI will recognise the kids at this level, and this is where they've been for a while, so it'll push them and find the right balance to keep raising their own capabilities in either of those subjects.